Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've got some breaking news on the future of the X-Men. We've got this new relaunch that they've been teasing for a few months now. The Krakoan era is ending with Fall of X. We've just got a few months until July, which is when they've been teasing this brand new relaunch with a bunch of new X-Men titles. This is a big, 3-cover spread by Ryan Stegman. I'm not sure if these are going to be the real covers for the issues, but this is the promo art they're sticking with for now. We've got X-Men, the main title, which is going to be by Jed MacKay and Ryan Stegman. We've got the Uncanny X-Men, so bringing back that classic title by Gail Simone and David Marquez. I know that Gail Simone was going to write that Free Comic Book Day issue that's coming out soon, so people kind of thought she was going to be the main writer behind this new era, but it turns out she's just a third of it, right? So I think X-Men is kind of going to be the flagship. And then we've also got Exceptional X-Men, which is by Eve Ewing and Carmen Carnero. So Marvel coming out with all their big gun creators for this relaunch. These are only the first 3 titles, though. They've also got a trailer that we'll get to in a second for these 3 titles, as well as all of these other titles that are going to be rolling out. Getting to these teams, though, starting with X-Men by Jed MacKay, which I'm really excited for, first of all. Jed MacKay, one of my favorite writers at Marvel. I don't know how he's going to be balancing this and Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, and Avengers. Crazy to have somebody writing Avengers and X-Men. I don't know if that's ever happened before. But we got Cyclops with a new look here leading the team. Beast in the background here. This looks like Psylocke. We have Juggernaut, which is interesting. He's been kind of a new member of the Krakoan era, taking more of a superhero role rather than being a villain. Looks like Magneto in the background there with Professor X's floating chair that he usually has. I'm not sure who this is up here. But then we got Quentin Quire. He's a good character in Magic. So pretty stacked main cast. It's definitely a new team. That's not the type of combination that we've seen before. But then on the other hand, we have Uncanny X-Men, the Gail Simone title. This one has a bunch of classic characters. I think maybe this is trying to mirror the new X-Men animated series that, is based off of the original 1990s cartoon. I'm not too familiar with that, but I think there's a lot of the same members, right? So we got Wolverine, Gambit, Jubilee, Nightcrawler, and Rogue. Really good cast on that. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with that for the main team, but it's good to see them mixing it up a little bit. And then on Exceptional X-Men, we have Emma Frost up here. I think this is Kitty Pryde in a new look also. She's been taking on more of a role of a leader in recent X-Men comics, so I guess they're kind of sticking with that and building that relationship she's had with Emma Frost. And then I'm not sure about all these characters in the background. They might be new characters that I'm just not as familiar with, but maybe they'll be building them up. I do kind of like, based on this, not only do they have really great creators, but I kind of like how they're acknowledging that the Krakoan era did happen. Let's get on to this trailer, though, and then we'll get on to some descriptions of the series. But I'm curious what they've got here. Okay, taking down the Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters sign. Doing some kind of reparations on the Jets. Okay, it looks like the X-Men are still maybe not in a great place. There's some more mutant hatred. Maybe the Fall of X really will be the Fall of X and they won't have too much of a happy ending. This looks like it might be artwork from the Uncanny X-Men series. We see Jubilee here. David Marquez, honestly, really great artist. He did some good stuff with Miles Morales back in the day. And he hasn't been doing anything for Marvel in a while. Okay, really cool, colorful artwork here. I want to see if we get art from the other series too, though, or if they're just going to have it for Uncanny. Magneto. I didn't see Professor X actually in any of the team lineups, so not sure about that. It'll be really cool to see Ryan Stegman for sure. Okay, the Exceptional X-Men. Looks like some interior artwork actually from X-Men #1. Ryan Stegman, I feel like he's just been waiting for Donny Cates to recover, but maybe that's not happening anytime soon, so he's moving on to his next big thing. Cool, so those are our main 3 titles. I'm really looking forward to this. I think here's some more interior artwork, actually. If you guys recognize these characters that are on screen, I'm not too sure. That might be a new villain of some sort. Inmate X. Alright, so they're teasing something big. I want to get to the other titles, though, but first let's read some descriptions here. The X-Men main title, right? Krakoan is no more, but the X-Men fight on. From their new base in Alaska, the X-Men raise a flag of defiance. Join Cyclops, Beast, Magneto, Psylocke, Kid Omega, Temper, Magic, and Juggernaut as they assemble against new forces, battling for the destiny and philosophy of the mutant species. Mutant business is their business. Then we got Jed MacKay talking about the relaunch a little bit. I have full faith in him being kind of a lead writer for the new X-Men relaunch. He's really great at writing teams and solo characters and, weaving everything together within more of a shared universe. For Uncanny X-Men, outlaw heroes, once again, the X-Men embark on a new mission. Making themselves at home in the Big Easy, the X-Men protect a world that hates and fears them. join Rogue, Gambit, Nightcrawler, Jubilee, and Wolverine on an explosive superhero adventure. Uncanny as ever, the X-Men are back to saving the day mutant style. Still surprised they're not going with that lineup for the main title, but I guess maybe Uncanny is also going to be kind of hand in hand with X-Men. We'll see how they work with each other. And then for Exceptional X-Men from Evel Ewing, mutant kind's two greatest teachers mold the next generation of X-Men. Kate Pryde has returned home to Chicago following the war with Orchis. Having stepped away from the world of mutantdom, she is nevertheless called back into action as she crosses paths with a trio of young new mutants, Bronze, Axo, and Melee, who clearly need training and guidance. Unfortunately for Kate, Emma Frost thinks so as well. It looks like this one is on sale in September. Uncanny is on sale in August, so they're doing like kind of a month-by-month rollout and starting things off slow. I did want to show, lastly though, this schedule that they have here, or at least this like bracket of all of the titles that are going to be rolling out. So for the main three, we have X-Men, Exceptional X-Men, and Uncanny, but then they also revealed these 6 other, I think, ongoing titles that are going to be happening. I remember for the Krakoan era, they only started like 6 titles and worked up from there, so they have full faith in this being a popular relaunch, and honestly, I think it might be with the stardom that they have for the creators here, but we'll see about these other titles. We have Phoenix, so I'm assuming that's a Jean Grey title. X Factor, Storm, so another solo title. They're really going in on solo titles for a few characters. NYX, I feel like I've heard that name before. Is that like a New York X-Men team? I'm not sure. X-Force, got to have an X-Force title. And then Wolverine, we already knew was happening. There's been rumors that Greg Capullo will be drawing it, in which case that would be really cool. That's about it that we have so far. I'm sure we're going to get the creative teams and covers revealed and everything for all those other supporting titles as the months go on. It does seem like X-Men is kind of the flagship, but there's some really great supporting titles as well. And let me know what you guys are thinking about all this down in the comment section below. We've been waiting a really long time for a relaunch, I guess, in general for like 5 years, but even just since we've known that there's going to be this big relaunch, I feel like it's been like a year since they decided the Krakoan era was going to end. It's been a long rollout. So let me know if you're excited. Any thoughts down in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.